Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Market cap took a beating, 550 billion right now. Money is just flowing out. There's a lot of FUD going around. Bitcoin's actually at 11.5, down 20%. Just a sea of red. You know, it's like being a weather reporter in Antarctica right now. It's just terrible. It's cold. It's not fun. That's how a lot of people are feeling. You can flip that and be on the beach and it's sunny, because this is the opportunities that I'm talking about when there's blood in the streets. It's funny. People want to say that there's a lot of easy money in crypto, but, you know, for days like this, to have a straight mind and to get through it without losing your shirt is huge, in my opinion. You know, normal traders, when you're in gold and all this, you don't have to deal with this nearly as much. We deal with this on the regular, routinely, just have 15, 20, 30% of the market cap just chopped off. You know, double digit red for days. You know, we got some people with heart in crypto. So it's just funny because it's the U.S. talking about they might ban it because it's like it's like basically everyone having a Swiss bank account in their pocket. And last time I checked, Swiss bank accounts aren't illegal. And what's going to happen is people are just going to leave the country. That's all that's going to happen. I mean, if the U.S. can't win this temporary FUD, them saying this is going to have such repercussions, because what's going to happen, what is happening, people like Russia, you know, they're not, Iran, Saudi Arabia are switching away from the dollar, from the petrodollar. They're not using USD anymore. They're using other currencies. And what happened with Iraq, whether you want to believe whatever the fuck happened, you know, Saddam Hussein switched from the dollar and he stopped using it for oil. Meaning, if you wanted to trade for oil back in the day, you actually had to switch to USD. It's kind of like the Bitcoin of the world. If you think of the USD, USD is like the Bitcoin of the world. And now you have other people coming up like Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash where they're making, you know, you can trade for Ethereum now, right? So that's kind of what's happening. And what happened was, you know, before you know it, we're at war with Iraq and the dollar switched back. Well, we can't do that anymore. It's a very slippery slope. So the dollar right now is aching. It's down. It's down a lot. It just started to slide, and it's on a very slippery slope. So what are you going to tell me? What the government's going to do in the U.S.? They're going to ban Bitcoin. Everyone's going to leave. Everyone's going to leave. That's a high-profile trader. They're going to lose those taxes because, you know, they're going to get all kinds of tax exemptions. You know, businesses are going to, you know, just leave. They're not going to do business in America. What do you think is going to happen when the dollar is sliding and then people say, well, you can't buy Bitcoin? Well, you know, the rest of the world's going to use Bitcoin. Sorry, US. You know, they just are. And the price just keeps going up. That's the beautiful thing about these falls, because people in the media are going to talk about this, but when it bounces back, people, you know, it's going to be the same publicity. It's just always good, bad, doesn't matter. Bitcoin's always in the news because of these radical swings, if you look at it that way. You're going to tell these people who are hurting, the economy is going to be going down. We're going to be losing jobs, technical, you know, we're going to let countries like Korea's, China, even China with their FUD, they're still, you know, they're not going to take the U.S. approach. I think the U.S. approach is very heavy-handed, kind of like they just did with poker one day. It's like, all right, it's banned, you know, until we figure it out. And it's been like 10 years. They drag their feet. They say they're going to figure it out, but they never do. So people in the United States are going to be like, look, what the hell, man? Our dollar is going down, and you're telling us we can't invest in cryptocurrencies while they skyrocket. And places like Japan are just killing it. So good luck with that. It's not going to work. We're not kids. This isn't, you know, think of what happened when they made things illegal, like Napster. Good Lord. Remember Napster? Remember when they said you couldn't download anymore? It took over the internet. It like crashed everything. Everyone was using Napster. They were even showing shit where they were like, okay, well, we'll come to your house and arrest you if you're found. Like, you know, the little Timmy from high school getting arrested. Like, it was a serious deal, but it didn't matter. It just kept growing in popularity until they took down the central servers. Like, the same thing with a lot of these BitTorrent type websites, Silk Road. They were absolutely massive, but they could be taken down. Bitcoin can't be taken down. That's the only difference. So imagine if the Silk Road could never have been taken down, how big it would be right now. I mean, you can demonize what you want. I'm just saying the people are going to do what the people are going to do. And the United States is a very small piece when you're talking about the end goal. Japan, Korea. There's a lot of people who are down with cryptocurrencies, and they're making a lot of money. Dubai. These people. So right now, I just think that if they were going to ban, it's kind of like you got kidnapped, and then you woke up. And you're like, well, if they wanted me dead, I would be dead by now. So there's something up. They can't kill me, right? They want something, or they can't quite pull the move. That's how I feel with Bitcoin. They wanted to ban it. They would have banned it, but they can't because they know that there's something. It's like they still have to tread really lightly, because if they ban it, that could be very, very bad for the economy, especially with how much crypto is flowing in. Grandma and grandpa have already invested in Bitcoin. If you go ahead and ban it, they're gonna be like, well, what the fuck? You should have banned it a long time ago instead of, start making these regulations for it. So the market's just easily spooked. This is a lot of institutional money. I think that it's just all by the fucking dip. I mean, I think this is the only way these elite people can get the... It always seems like there's always, China will rumble, Korea will rumble, and then the United States will rumble. It's always, and then you're going to have some person come out, like some guy who has a lot of money, and they're going to create some FUD. It's just how it is. It's systematic. It's so easy to see. So I don't get caught up in that bullshit. I'm buying the fucking dip. You're asking me, what am I buying? Whatever I want. Whatever I want. I mean, I have got my spears ready. And that's what I do. I don't set lures on days like this. When the floor falls, I don't set lures. I throw spears. I'll throw a few spears. And then if it goes down another 15 to 20%, I'll throw another spear, right? So that's how I look at the price now, and I'm like, how much lower can it really go? And if it can go another 20%, that's fine. I'm going to at least throw a spear now and then wait for that opportunity. That way I can kind of hedge it. I don't want to just unload all my ammo right now. That'd be, because the floor could keep falling. Hallelujah. Hopefully it does. This is the opportunity to accumulate, because price memory is kind of like muscle memory, and it always seems to reach back, right? The good coins, they always seem to at least hit their all-time highs back in dollars, if not crush it. And so we have a lot of price memory. This thing could inflate really fast. People want to talk about a bubble, but this is different because a lot of these companies aren't even built yet. A lot of them are few. So there's a lot going on. There's so much with the AI, Internet of Things, all this crazy shit going on. This is the future. This is groundbreaking. Yeah, the dot-com bubble, a lot of people got burned. But if you would have hodled and you would have diversified, if I was back then, and I was doing what I'm doing now, I would have had some fucking Amazon. I'm in Syscoin. How would I not have Amazon? Of course I would have Amazon. And guess what? Amazon went from $100 to $7. It crashed down to $7 and then went all the way to $600. So I would have had some I wouldn't have bought at the peak at 100. I'm not a fucking noob. I would have probably got in around 25 and just bought up the ladder. And then when it crashed to 7, I would have bought down the ladder, and I would have been buying a shitload of Amazon at $7. And then it went all the way up to 600. So that's all I'm saying. Like, there's going to be some rainy days. Those are the opportunities to buy if you believe it's going to be around. I'm not investing in a bunch of pet.coms. Like, I wouldn't have been that guy. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't have been that guy. There's a lot of fish. There's a lot of noobs that are going to be fucking the people who invested a lot of money in Ripple. I think Ripple's going to pop big time. I think it's going to be like Blockbuster. There's going to be a lot of these coins that we look back at like pets.com where people are like, oh, but it looks so cool. It's such a good idea. And it just gets absolutely slaughtered. So, don't be the pets.com guy. Still a lot to go over, but I want to keep these a little bit short. Plus, I want to go out there, buy the dip. I still haven't thrown any spears. I'm kind of glad I didn't last night. I was thinking, man, this could easily keep slipping. That's a fast fall. Let's go ahead and give a reset. 541 and falling, absolutely falling. So around midday is when I'm going to be throwing my spears. Not really looking to set lures. Just doesn't make sense to set lures right now because either you're going to hit today and then you're going to throw another spear tomorrow or in the next day if it hits 20%. This is what I do. This is I'm not giving advice. This is what I do. This is what I'm going to be doing. Throwing some spears, and I'll throw another spear every 20% it goes down until I'm out of spears. It's that simple. This is why we keep USD T, the tether. I'm back on the tether game just kind of by force. It's risky in my opinion because there's a lot of FUD around tether. Wouldn't keep large sums in there. But for days like this, it makes it fucking wonderful when you can get these kind of discounts. So, stay diversified. That's what I do. I stay diversified: Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Tether. And then I have my alts just chilling. Definitely not selling an altcoin. Be a sin to sell an altcoin right now, in my opinion. Just buying, just in buy mode. If you got Tether, congrats. You're not going to get a good deal on Bitcoin. There's a few, but a lot of them aren't down that much in Bitcoin. Some of them are. You might still be able to get some good deals, but USD Tether is where it is at. All right, I'm going to kill it there, guys. Good luck. Happy hunting. Cheers. Peace.